everyone, welcome back again to my class. Of course, your teacher Benjamin with you. I'll be with you with a few more sessions with the listening lessons. I hope you're enjoying my lessons, your lessons, and let's start and see what's the lesson of today. Okay, let me have a seat first, and I'll shrink. Yes, the teacher will be smaller today. Okay. Okay. So, welcome again. Don't forget to use the pause button and the play button whenever you need, whenever you feel I'm going fast. And as usual, today's lesson is a lesson from sequence 1, entitled Universal Landmarks and Outstanding Figures in History, Literature, and Arts. Great. I listen and do. You will listen to a script or many scripts and you will do some tasks. Okay. I listen and do script 4. Today we'll deal with the 4th listening script. Before I listen, let's remember. What have we seen last time? What did we see? We have seen some Algerian students who are in London. What have they learned? What have we learned with them? Task 1 will show if you learned something, cross the wrong information between brackets to get a correct passage, a correct paragraph. Here is the paragraph. The tourist guide gave a lot of information about Big Ben. He said that it is the name of the bell or the clock. What? Inside the clock tower. It is a very big or a very small bell. It chimed for the first or last time in 1859. A few seconds to think. It's not difficult, it's an easy task, so it's counting down. Okay, great. So let's see the correct answer. Tourist guide gave a lot of information about Big Ben. He said that it is the name of, Big Ben is the name of the bell inside the clock tower. It is a very big bell. It is massive, huge. It chimed for the first time in 1859. Good pupils, you got it. So let's see task number 2. I watched the video and tick the correct answer. You will see a short video. Then you will have to tick the correct answer each time. First, watch the video. Okay, great. It is a nice what? What do you think? So, this video shows a scene from what? Is it a scene from a film, a scene from a play, or a scene from a song? Yes? Good. It is a scene from a play. Very famous play. Now, the scene was performed in the place. Where exactly? In the theater? In the cinema? Or in the studio? Of course, it is a play, so it was performed in the theater. Great, good pupils. Now, tell me the title of the play. What is the title? What is the name of the play? Is it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Cinderella, or Romeo and Juliet? Yes, good pupils. It's Romeo and Juliet. It's a scene from Romeo and Juliet play. Okay. This play was written by, who wrote it? Who wrote the play? Who is the person who wrote actually the play? Is it J.K. Rowling? Is it Shakespeare or Mohammed Deeb? Of course, it's William Shakespeare. Great. Now, let's move to task 3. You will read a description or some descriptions. You will have 5. Then find the corresponding word for each picture. 5 descriptions and you have pictures. Try to match them. Which picture goes with which description? Let's start. You have playwright. A playwright is a person who writes plays. Theater is a place where plays are performed. A poet is a person who writes poems. Actors are persons who perform in a play. It's misspelled here. P-L-A-Y, or a film. A museum is a place where old or valuable things are exhibited. Great. Now, try to read these descriptions. You will have a few seconds to read them. Read carefully. Okay, now let's do the task. You'll have picture number 1. Which description better describes picture number 1? Is it a playwright, poet, theater, actors, or a museum? Is it a person or is it a place? Of course it is a place. So, theater or museum? Good. This is a theater. It is a place where plays like the one we have seen, Romeo and Juliet, are performed. Okay. Picture number 2. It is a person, not a place. So, who is this person? What does this picture represent? It is a poet. Great. A poet is a person who writes poems. Like Mufti Zakaria. Mufti Zakaria is a poet. He writes poems. Now, picture number 3. A place or a person? It is a place. Good pupils. This is a museum where valuable or old things are exhibited. Look, here we have paintings. Great. Now, look here. Down, yes. These are persons, not one person, many persons. They represent actors, the persons who perform in a play or a film. Good. The last one, a person in a place, but it is a person, yes. Good pupils. It is a playwright. A playwright is a person who writes plays. Great. Now you have some vocabulary. You have some words so that you can do the next tasks. Let's go. And you are going to listen now. And as you listen, you will do task 1. I listen to the English tourist guide and fill in Shakespeare's ID card. It's task 12, page 13 in your books. You will listen and you will fill in the ID card. This is the ID card. You will have to put the first name, or to find when you listen the surname, the date of birth, place of birth, location of place of birth, date of death, place of death, occupations, and titles of 2 plays. We have one more, the name of the theater. Listen and try to take down notes in your copybooks or in your notebooks.
Tasks 12, 13, and 14. I listened to the tourist guide part 4. On day 2 of their visit, the group of Algerian middle school students were taken by their English guide to Stratford-upon-Avon, a small town about 160 kilometers northwest of London and the birthplace of the famous English playwright and poet William Shakespeare.
Now here we are in Stratford-upon-Avon. Our coach is heading towards Shakespeare's house, where he was born on 23rd April, 1564, and where he also died on the 26th day of the same month in 1616. As you may know, Shakespeare wrote some of the best plays in English drama, like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, etc. He was an actor, a playwright or dramatist, and one of the greatest English poets too. He created his own acting company and built his own theater called the Globe Theater. Here we are, folks. This is Shakespeare's house. It's a small museum today. We are going to get off the coach in a minute and visit it.
Great. Did you take some notes? You still need one lesson? Okay, listen again and check your answers or complete the missing ones, the ones that you missed. Okay, listen.
Tasks 12, 13, and 14. I listened to the tourist guide part 4. On day 2 of their visit, the group of Algerian middle school students were taken by their English guide to Stratford-upon-Avon, a small town about 160 kilometers northwest of London and the birthplace of the famous English playwright and poet William Shakespeare.
Now here we are in Stratford-upon-Avon. Our coach is heading towards Shakespeare's house, where he was born on 23rd April, 1564, and where he also died on the 26th day of the same month in 1616. As you may know, Shakespeare wrote some of the best plays in English drama, like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, etc. He was an actor, a playwright or dramatist, and one of the greatest English poets too. He created his own acting company and built his own theater called the Globe Theater. Here we are, folks. This is Shakespeare's house. It's a small museum today. We are going to get off the coach in a minute and visit it.
Okay, great. I hope you took down all the necessary information. Now let's see the correct answer. The first name, William. His surname is Shakespeare. Date of birth, he was born on the 23rd of April, 1564. Place of birth, Stratford-upon-Avon, the small town. Where is it located? It is located about 160 kilometers northwest of London. Date of death, the 26th day of the same month. The same month. Yes, it is April. He was born in April and died in April. The place of death, Stratford-upon-Avon. Occupations, he was an actor, poet, playwright, or dramatist. It's the same thing. Titles of 2 plays. We have many: Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, etc. He built a theater. The name of the theater is the Globe Theater. Great, good pupils, good students. Let's go to the next tasks. You will listen again, listen once more, and put a cross in the right box. I correct the wrong statement. You will have to say true or false. Yes, here we have the statements, the sentences. Today the tourists are visiting Shakespeare's theater. Shakespeare acted in his plays. He created the Globe Theatre. Shakespeare's house is a theatre now. Listen and say if these statements are true or false, and you correct the wrong ones. Okay, listen.
Tasks 12, 13, and 14. I listened to the tourist guide part 4. On day 2 of their visit, the group of Algerian middle school students were taken by their English guide to Stratford-upon-Avon, a small town about 160 kilometers northwest of London and the birthplace of the famous English playwright and poet William Shakespeare.
Now here we are in Stratford-upon-Avon. Our coach is heading towards Shakespeare's house, where he was born on 23rd April, 1564, and where he also died on the 26th day of the same month in 1616. As you may know, Shakespeare wrote some of the best plays in English drama, like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, etc. He was an actor, a playwright or dramatist, and one of the greatest English poets too. He created his own acting company and built his own theatre called the Globe Theatre. Here we are, folks. This is Shakespeare's house. It's a small museum today. We are going to get off the coach in a minute and visit it.
Okay, good. This task was easy, no? Yes, it's easy. So, let's see the first statement. Today the tourists are visiting Shakespeare's theatre. Is it true or false? No, yes. It is not correct. It's a false statement. How do we correct it? Today the tourists are visiting Shakespeare's house. Good, corrected one. Shakespeare acted in his plays. He was an actor, so this is true. He acted in his own plays. He created the Globe Theatre. He built the Globe Theatre. Is it true? Good. That's a true statement. Shakespeare's house is a theatre now. Today it is a theatre. Is it correct or not correct? No, that's a false statement. How do we correct it? Shakespeare's house is a museum now. Good pupils. Now, yes, this one is corrected. Now, after listening, task 1, I use my copybook and write a caption for the portrait of the English writer Shakespeare, of course. That includes his full name and dates and places of birth and death between brackets. This is task 15, page 13 in your books, in your school books. What is a caption? What is a portrait? I need to know these two terms to do the task. A caption is the title or a brief explanation of an illustration. An illustration is a picture, chart, or a diagram. So, a caption is an explanation, a title. What is a portrait? A portrait is a painting or other picture of a person, especially head and shoulders. It is a picture, maybe a painting of a person with the head and shoulders. Okay, here we are. Let's see an example. Identify the caption and portrait in the following illustrations. I have two illustrations, 1 and 2. Where is the portrait here and where are the captions? Plural, yes. Where are the captions? Yes. These two titles, Abdelhamid bin Badi's Constantine 1889, Constantine 1940, is a caption. Shakespeare's house, Stratford-upon-Avon, is a caption. The title here, the sentence, is a caption. Where is the portrait? The portrait is the picture of Abdelhamid bin Badi's. Great. Now, let's do the task and write a caption for the portrait of the English playwright. Yes? Few seconds to think. That's easy, it doesn't need much time. Just read the name, dates, and places of birth and death. You can use your pause button if it's going fast. Good. So, what did you write? William Shakespeare, Stratford-upon-Avon 1564, Stratford-upon-Avon 1616. This is a caption. Okay, task 2. A, the first part, I work with my partner and use the ID card to ask him or her, i.e. my partner, questions about the writer. It's task 16, page 13 in your school books. Okay. You ask, it is a dialogue about the English writer's full name, the English writer's date and place of birth, his occupations, his writings and some of their titles, his own theater and its name, and whether my partner has heard about this writer before. Few seconds to think. Use your books or your copy books or notebooks. Okay, time is running. It's fast. You can use your pause button to stop the task. Do it at your ease, then play it back. Okay, so let's see the questions. First, you write the questions. What is the name of this writer? When and where was he born? Okay, what was his occupation? What did he write? Did he create his own theater? What did he name it? Have you heard about him before? These are the questions. Good. Now, task 2, B, part B. I change the roles with my partner and answer the questions. You may play the two roles. You first wrote the questions, now you write the answers. Few seconds to think and write the answers. Again, you may use your buttons, pause and play buttons. The answers are easier than the questions, yes. Great. So let's see. What's the name of this writer? His name is William Shakespeare. When and where was he born? He was born on the 23rd of April, 1564. What was his occupation? He was a playwright, actor, and a poet. What did he write? He wrote Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth. Did he create his own theater? Yes, he did. What did he name it? He named it the Globe Theater. Have you heard about him before? If yes, it's yes, I have. If you don't or you didn't, sorry, you haven't, so no, I haven't. Okay, great pupils, that's all for today. Don't forget, keep learning until you get it right. I hope you're enjoying the lessons. See you next time. Goodbye.
شكرا على المشاهدة. لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة، الضغط على الجرس، الإعجاب بالفيديو.